Welcome to Health Tip Tuesday. So, today we are going to leave my herbs that I've been sharing with, and I turned the pages to the ailments and the treatments. Thought I'd start giving a little education about that. So, the first page that I picked up is herniated discs. Well, I have so many clients that have herniated disc. So let's talk about it. Herniated discs. So I just went blank. You know, you're looking at something. You know the word, but you're looking at it and it looks wrong. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking at this like, I know that's vertebral, intervertebral. Ugh, I haven't said compound medical terminology in so long. So anyway, intervertebral disc are elastic cartilage pads a few millimeters thick, and they that lie between the individual vertebrae of the spinal column, consisting of a soft jelly-like core and a fibrous ring. They make movement of the spine possible and absorb shock. They're basically shock absorbers. When the tissue begins to age, usually when people are in their 30s to 40s, so those of us who are now feeling that little, oh my gosh, you feel great, you don't look old, but you feel like your body's starting to get old, this is why. So the discs begin to lose water and elasticity, and therefore some of their ability to absorb the shock. Under the pressure of the body, the disc can rupture or herniate. So that part of the soft core bulge outward through the fibrous ring and then presses on the root of the spinal nerve. So that's basically why we feel pain when it slips out, because it's now being pushed onto the nerve. So this is showing you right here. This red one is the herniated disc. You see it's out and not in where it's supposed to be. And because of that inflammation, there's the nerve roots right here, and it's pushing on that nerve. It's not supposed to be pushing on that nerve. So hence why getting adjustments from a chiropractor is helpful, because they work with nerves, not bones, which everybody always think they are manipulating the bones, but the end game is your nerves, your nervous system. So I just wanted to show you guys that, because most people ask me, what's a herniated disc? Now we are learning what that is. Now you have an actual idea too of what's going on, because that's half the battle, understanding what's going on in my body, why is it not functioning correctly, right? So these herniated or slip disc, so back pain, shooting pains in the legs, numbness in the extremities, loss of mobility can result. A physician must be consulted. Fortunately, the effects of aging and the potential for herniated disc can be offset by exercise and natural remedies that strengthen the back muscles and increase flexibility. Strengthening, lengthening, strengthening, lengthening. This is all I always talk about. Your muscles are supposed to be long, and when they get short, it causes problems. It decreases your mobility and your flexibility. It gets pushing stuff and moving stuff, taking you out of alignment. So don't forget to stretch. Then of course on the other end, you gotta strengthen. You gotta keep that stabilization. You gotta keep the muscles surrounding the whole spine strong so that it won't be so weak to just fall on over and slip on out, right? So this also says that in the condition known as a herniated disc, the jelly-like core of the intervertebral disc bulges outward and presses on the nerve of the spinal nerve. So just reiterating that. Common horsetail nourished tissue. So horsetail is, I believe it's an herb, because I think I saw that in my herb section. It's beneficial for skin and fingernail problems, broken bones, tendons, and ligament injuries, and spinal trauma. This is because it is high in minerals, particularly silica, which improve calcium uptake for a decoction. Simmer 1/2 of the dried herb in 3 cups of cold water, and really in cold water until reduced to 2 cups. Does that make any sense? Am I tripping? Let me read that again. Simmer 1/2 of the dried. Oh, okay. Or 1 ounce of the fresh herb in 3 cups of cold water until reduced to 2 cups. Strain and drink a small cup 3 to 4 times a day. I believe that's a typo. How you gonna simmer water and it also be reduced to 2 cups? That's a typo. See, reading is fundamental and understanding is half the battle. So what can you do? Avoid lifting or carrying unbalanced loads. Pay attention to your weight and physical fitness. Being overweight places an additional burden on the disc. A slight bulge in the disc tissue can be introduced to slip back into place by relaxation and loosening up of the muscles. Self-care. So, my favorite, hot baths, massages, and back exercises are also helpful. In cases of numbness in the back or legs, consult your doctor. Not just your medical doctor, but your chiropractic doctor as well. Loosen up the musculature. I have not been in school in so long. These medical terms. Musculature. For back discomfort or muscle strain, assume the step bed position several times a day. Lie on the floor, bend your knees, raise them, and place your lower legs on a chair or footstool. Rest in this position for 20 to 30 minutes. So this is what the position is. Easy enough. Get on that floor and do it. Your mattress matters. So, besides faulty posture and bad lifting habits, these are all preventative. A mattress that is too old is often the cause of disc problems. Now, a lot of people try to hold on to them beds past their time because they're usually expensive. But this is one of those times where you save a little money on a bed, or you save your back. I'll save my back. An ideal mattress should yield at the hip and shoulders where the pressure is the greatest, yet support the waist and legs An old, worn mattress that has lost its ability to support your body places an uneven load on the spinal column. That's why I need to get me a new mattress. I ain't gonna lie. I had a hand-me-down, got rid of that one, and got a better hand-me-down. But now I think I need a new one. Experts recommend a lifetime of no more than 10 years for a mattress. I think that's changed now, because this was done and publicated in okay, I just know it. I think it's the early 2000s when this was publicated. I think now the new rule is 8 years because all the materials and stuff have changed. But you can also try placing a board between the box spring and the mattress to increase firmness. I know a lot of people would do that to save money and time. So, extra tip, take a relaxing bath with comfrey leaves, which is kind of like eucalyptus. Put in 1 pound of fresh or 6 ounces of dried leaves into a 5 quarts of cold water for 12 hours. Heat, strain, and add to your bath water. So that makes sense on that one. And then it gives you strengthening the back. So bad posture can, let me sit up straight. Bad posture can put considerable pressure on your disc. If you spend a lot of time sitting, which most of us do because you guys have 9-to-5 jobs sitting at a desk, and then now because of the pandemic you guys have been working from home in a non-ergonomical position, which, believe me, y'all be coming into me, so I feel y'all backs and they be toe up. So if you spend a lot of time sitting, keep your upper body erect. Shoulders back helps you to be erect. Don't arch your back and don't round your shoulders or hunch over. Try to do the following exercises regularly to reduce the risk of disc damage, strengthening your back and improving your posture. While sitting, place your feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart. Stretch your arms over your head, then bend them with both elbows pointing outward. Fold your hands behind your head. Turn your upper body gently to the right and then to the left. Lean back and breathe evenly. So, let's see. Oops. If I can do that. Okay, I had to reread that because I wanted to show you, but I had to make sure I knew what I was talking about. So basically they're saying sit in your chair, feet nice and flat, widen your legs so that your hips are actually, you're sitting on your hip bones. They're saying raise your hands, collapse them, put them behind your head, and then make sure your elbows are pointing outward and rotate to the right. Follow your eyes and then rotate to the left. Follow your eyes. Hip is basically spinal twist. What else do they have? Move your chair back slightly from the table and sit on the edge of the chair with your arms bent. Brace both palms against the edge of the table. Push against the table while pulling your shoulders down. Extend your back. So this is what I was trying to, this is what I'll be back. So my setup is not the greatest because I can't really show you guys everything, but I'm gonna use my TV tray. So what it's saying is to sit at the edge of your chair, right? Put your hands on the table, palms at the edge of the table, and then they want, so this is stretching out your shoulders basically. So the first one was your spine, and then this second exercise is to create length in the shoulders and in the back. So this is more of a stretch for that. It's just from sitting at a desk, and they want you to hold this position for a minute, then repeat. Actually, no, hold on, that's the wrong one. That's the other one. Okay, I just did it, so I know what it's supposed to feel like. So, like I said, be in the position, kind of lean forward and wait, put this closer. Lean forward, and then what it's asking you to do is put the pressure, you know, through your hands on the table. As you're doing that, you're gonna engage by pushing your back and your shoulders. So let me read it. It might be easier. I know what I'm doing, but it may, if I read it, maybe it's a little clearer for you guys. So the movement is push against the table. This is what I'm saying. So you're pushing down with your palms with pressure. While pulling your shoulders downward, right? Pulling your shoulders down, and then extend your back. It's almost like doing a downward dog. That actually feels good. So these are all desk things that you can do. The next one is sit on the front edge of your chair. Stretch one leg forward far enough so that only the heel touches the floor. Extending your back. What? That's why I should do this off camera and then come back on. Extending your back. Lean your upper body forward. Oh, okay, over the side. Hold this position for 1 minute. Okay, it's kind of like what you do in like, if you're a runner and whatnot. Hold on, let me reposition. All right, so sit back, let your heel come up, and basically you're gonna do this side first, and you're extending. I'm a little double jointed in my leg, so I have to keep it straight. So basically you're extending, you hold that for a minute, and then you switch and you do the other side.